How's everybody doing tonight? My name is Steve Johnson. I am the president and founder of Early Learning Labs. Can you still hear me? All right. We provide a product called MyIGDIS. Yes, it is an acronym for Individual Growth and Development Indicators. What it is an early literacy assessment designed specifically for preschoolers at the University of Minnesota to help parents and teachers determine whether or not their kids are making the adequate growth required to become successful readers. So why is this important? Research studies show that there's direct correlation between early reading success and long-term outcomes. So things like going to college, getting a job. We've always heard that reading is important, but we also have to remember, and this is where we place the emphasis, is reading early is also very important. So I'll dive right into things and show you our application. So by the way, this is typically used by teachers, but because tonight I'm going to assume that there's more parents in the crowd tonight than teachers, and because this application can be used by parents, I'm going to pretend like I'm a parent, and I have a 4-year-old. I don't, but we're going to pretend that for now, and we're going to name them my little kid, Little Stevie. So without further ado, I'm going to log in. Typically what you'd do is you'd create an account. I've done that already. By the way, this application was developed with the help and assistance from MentorMate. They were fantastic. I highly recommend them. That's my plug. Hopefully I get a discount. System's running a little slow, but here we go. All right, so I've done a little account configuration. This is our dashboard. What we do first is we create a student. Give them a date of birth. Assign them to a school and classroom. And as you can see, there's a lot of information that we collect about the kids here. I'm going to skip all that, though, and get right to the good stuff. All right, so I've created my student, Little Stevie. Next is where our hardware component, or I guess you could call it a hardware component, gets involved. So this is right here our assessment kit. So we also sell these. It includes a set of flashcards for picture naming, rhyming, and alliteration. Each task is about 1 to 2 minutes long, and the outcome is a score. And so it's the score that you'll take back to the computer with you. And so how many people here know what a 10 in picture naming for IGDIS mean? That's what I figured. So this is kind of the reason why we created this system, is to help translate the scores into meaningful information for parents and teachers. So I'm going to enter, let's say little Stevie got a 10 in picture naming in the fall. And then let's generate the report. Just another note about the application itself. It's built using this LAMP stack, and so it's all PHP, MySQL, and the charts are pchart, just for you guys to know. So again, going back to the score though. So we plot where the score lands according to our benchmarks, and the benchmarks tell you whether that score, and we categorize the scores green, yellow, red. I'll let you guess what those colors mean. So in this case, a 10 is red. They're behind where we want them to be. Where we want them to be, or little Stevie to be, is this green dotted line. So it gives you the growth trajectory, or the goal. So at the end of the year, we're looking at, we want about a 20. So we're not there yet. So let's create a plan to help little Stevie. So our plan is, let's say we're going to try reading, every night. And we're going to start that in October, end it in December. And again, this is just to give you an idea of the way the system and process works. There we go. So now in December, we're going to go back and assess little Stevie and see what type of progress we see in his score as a result of that plan. So we're going to add in another score, let's say in December now. system's really slow. Sorry, folks. All right. Pull up the chart again. Awesome. Little Stevie's in the green, doing good. Now we just want to make sure he stays that way, and so we can continue to progress monitor the rest of the school year, make sure he's ready to read by kindergarten. So that's the goal. That's the type of in a very condensed nutshell, how to use MyIGDIS for a parent. Obviously, this is more useful for a teacher. This is used in school districts across the nation in which there's a lot more students involved, a lot more users involved. So this is a very complex system. And just to give you an idea of what the district account would look like, this is the district report where we have a lot of students in the system. And as you can see, there's a lot of cool data that we get to play with. You can imagine after a couple of years how much data we'll have to analyze and make use of. So we're excited about that. And also when we talk about the future, we want to get these flashcards onto an iPad, obviously, so that the data capture and the data transition onto the system is much more fluid. So that's where we'd like to go. So if you'd like to chat more about this application, about early learning labs, feel free to grab me after the rest of the presentations. I'll be out there. Also, feel free to download our iPhone and iPad application. We do have one. This is our web app, but you can access it all via your iPhone. Actually, Justin helped build it, so thank you, Justin. And thank you all. Enjoy the rest of the presentations.